being Halloween, do you want to give this a shot?
Okay.
Say it 3 times with me.
All right.
Beetlejuice. 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 Alright guys, welcome back to T-Bone Southern Ride as we're going down the road at half the speed we need in the truck. Why? Because we're bringing you the video that should have been number 3 in this series, but due to technical difficulties we're having to reshoot, and as you can see we're not alone. We got Happy with us, getting fur all in my truck. We said it, guys, and now Mr. Tim Burton has made his first appearance on the rocking, shocking October of Motos and Mayhem. And if you're paying attention, guys, you notice that in this week right here, you've been right in the middle of a video dump. And of course, now that Tim Burton has entered, we could have made this, Tim Burton could have made this list with a whole list of movies. Paranorman, Frankenweenie, The Corpse Bride, Nightmare Before Christmas. He could have made this list with any movie, but we decided that we were going to take it all the way back, kind of keeping with the theme of the Southern Rides, Rocky Shocking October of Motos and Mayhem. We're taking it all the way back to 1988. And we're taking it all the way back to Beetlejuice. I remember when this movie came out. Of course, we were young. We were young when this, bless you, when this movie came out. Of course, Michael Keaton played Beetlejuice, and this was at the time, it was an all-star cast. You had Winona Ryder playing Lydia. Of course, you had Michael Keaton playing Beetlejuice. Jeffrey Jones, and a lot of my movie aficionados will remember Jeffrey Jones from the movie that had a cult following, and I've just recently watched it here, maybe a year and a half ago, was Howard the Duck. If you remember, Jeffrey Jones played the professor in Howard the Duck, and Jeffrey Jones has been around for a long time. I mean, he was in one of our favorite series on HBO. He was in Deadwood. He played the newspaper man in the TV series Deadwood. So Jeffrey Jones has been around, and it also had another Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
And if you're from the late 80s, early 90s, if you remember the old TV series that used to be on, I think it was either ABC or NBC, it was one of those two, TGIF, you'll remember Catherine O'Hara from the TV series Sabrina that starred Melissa Joan Hart. Catherine O'Hara played one of her aunts in the TV series Sabrina. So, with Gina,
the Teenage Witch.
Yeah, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Yeah, we're talking about the original Sabrina, not the remake that they're doing now. But, man, what a cast. Gina Davis, Alec Baldwin. And it introduced some really unique characters. And probably one of the funniest scenes in any kind of a movie, when they were around the table and the Banana Boat song came on, and they were just doing a lot of crazy things in the movie. But of course, Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin's characters were killed in a car accident after buying this house in this small town, and you know, they end up trying to figure out how to become ghosts.
And get people out of their home.
Yep, you get people out of their home. You might speak up a little. But of course, Winona Ryder is one of those actresses that Tim Burton, for a while, always went back to. Most prominently, of course, Beetlejuice, and then right after Beetlejuice, Tim Burton used one of his favorite actors to use, Johnny Depp, and of course they made the movie Edward Scissorhands together.
Yeah, he likes to fall back on him as well, it seems.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Johnny
With
Depp
Alice in Wonderland and such.
yeah. Yeah, Tim Burton used Johnny Depp a lot. And of course, there's a lot of them like that. Jerry Bruckheimer always wanted to use Nicolas Cage for all his movies. So.
Yeah.
But again, in Hollywood, if you've got a director, writer, and a producer, a guy like Tim Burton who's making all these movies, and if you've got a good formula, you know, you don't want to tinker with the formula much. And you know, whatever you want to say about Tim Burton, I know a lot of people don't like Johnny Depp for whatever reason. I'm a fan of Johnny Depp. You know, every time Johnny Depp and Tim Burton came together, they made magic, and they made blockbuster movies, big selling movies. I mean, you think about The Nightmare Before Christmas, how old that movie is now, and it still is one of the most raved about animation movies ever made. It still gets a lot of play. It's still streamed on just about every streaming service that we have. I have seen The Nightmare Before Christmas. But we're talking about Beetlejuice. Now, when you entered the land of Beetlejuice, you really had to pay attention to the rules, because you learn as this movie goes along. And of course, off the spinoff of the movie came the cartoon series, and I have watched some of those. Of course, it was a little bit different than the movie, but really some good acting in this movie. I thought they brought together a really good cast, and they did a really good job telling this story. Of course, R1's here. You might get more than one word out of her. What do you think about it, man?
That was one of my favorites. Of course, one of the kids' favorites.
And that was something we were trying to do here, just a little different on the rocking, shocking October of Motos and Mayhem. It didn't just need to be all mayhem. And of course, Beetlejuice is a family movie. I mean, your kids will enjoy it. And like I said, Tim Burton could have made this list with a whole litany of movies.
And he's got new ones too that he's done.
Yeah, he's still in the business. He's still making movies. So anyway, what was your favorite scene?
Like towards the end of the movie, where she comes home with an A on her test and puts the mom in her place, more or less.
Yeah, because I'll tell you, Catherine O'Hara played the stepmom in this movie.
She wasn't a nice person.
Yeah, she was very eccentric, very cityfied, New York, wanting everything to be contemporary, and her art turned against her during the process.
That was pretty good too. But being from the country, of course, I hate to see all that modern stuff in the like destroying it, I guess.
I'm not sure that was even art. I think it was just extra props they had laying around. Gina Davis and, like I said, Alec Baldwin. And I want to take a second here, guys. I know all of the controversy surrounding Alec Baldwin with the accident on the set and the young lady losing her life and the director being shot. You know, our heart and prayers are going out to those folks, everyone involved. I know a lot of people do not like Alec Baldwin. Whether you like the man's politics or not, it's still a horrible accident, and you know, I don't want to see nothing like that happen to anybody. So I know there's a big investigation going on now, but if you haven't heard, of course, it was a prop gun that was loaded with 2 live bullets. And that's not the first time that's happened on the movie scene. If some of y'all will remember back to Bruce Lee's son, Jason Lee, of course, he made the movie The Crow movie series. He was killed on set like that. So, you know, it's a very bad thing. And, you know, our hearts and prayers goes out to Alec. He still has a family. our prayers go out to Alec's family and to all of the ones who were affected by this tragedy. But getting back to the movie, you know, that was probably one of the best low-key movies that Alec Baldwin ever was involved with, was Beetlejuice, because he didn't play a over-the-top character. Him and Gina Davis just played a married couple who wanted to live in the country and, you know, of course, end up meeting with the accident. Don't realize they're dead until somebody starts moving into their house.
Yeah.
But of course, the plot of the story is what's so good is that they go over to the other side and meet their caseworker. Love that little lady. She starts. She gives them a book on how to be a ghost and how to haunt a house. And of course, they leave the book laying around, and our young heroine Lydia finds the book. And of course, everything kind of goes off the rails for the family when they start trying to figure out what's going on in the house, and then they realize after a while that the house is haunted. And of course, the characters played by Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis end up needing help, and their caseworker's not going to help them, so they call Beetlejuice. And I gotta say, guys, I'm a fan of Michael Keaton. I've watched all of his movies, I guess every movie he's been in, and I rank his performance in Beetlejuice up there just as high as any other movie you want to see. I mean, we're talking about a guy with a lot of lineage. He played Batman. He was in just a ton of movies. I mean, it's hard to even sit here and just... I mean, he was in The Need for Speed. I mean, he's still making movies. He was the Vulture in one of the Spider-Man movies. So, I mean, he... You know, when you put Michael Keaton's name on the list, it goes up toward the top with Morgan Freeman and a very exclusive group of actors that Tom Hanks, you know, just a very exclusive group of actors that when they come together, you know that no matter what they put their name on, they're going to bring you a stellar performance. And Beetlejuice was no exception. Michael Keaton, you know, cut loose, went wild, had a lot of fun making the movie. I'm sure it looked like he was having fun, even if he wasn't having fun. It looked like he was having a blast playing that character, which kind of took a, you know, it kind of took a turn. It kind of took away from the dead serious characters that he had played, and he kind of got to lighten up and have some fun. And it looked like the whole cast had fun during that movie.
It did. I know the dinner party scene was...
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, the Banana Boat song, of course, made popular by Harry Belafonte. Of course, it brought Harry Belafonte back to the masses when they made that movie. Of course, the dancing scene around the table where they're being controlled by Beetlejuice was probably one of the best scenes in a movie that I have seen. Because it was just funny. You see these people just perfectly in step. This character, Otto, and the guy who played Otto has been in other movies playing those eccentric type of characters. A guy named Glenn Shaddix.
He does good with those characters.
Very eccentric guy. You can tell he's actually probably like that in his real life, because another movie where he was in it, where he played exactly the same almost kind of character he played in Beetlejuice, was when he joined the movie and was with Sylvester Stallone and what was her name? Yeah, I saw you, girl. You better watch out. You're going to get run over out here. But Sylvester Stallone and of course the movie was Demolition Man, where they had froze Sylvester Stallone's character, brought him back and thawed him out to go chase down Wesley Snipes. Of course, Glenn was in that movie. He played a very eccentric character. I don't know that he's playing. I'm almost thinking that this is who this guy is in his real life, everyday life. But a great actor, fun to watch, funny. I mean, you know, and that's the thing about Halloween, is it don't always have to be just blood and gore. You can take and, you you can make it funny. The Nightmare Before Christmas. When you think about a Halloween character deciding he wants to be Santa Claus, and he's going to bring Christmas to the world. But Beetlejuice is one of them all-time classics, guys. It's you know, no matter when it's on, it's always worth a watch to sit down and watch it. And again, a lot of Tim Burton's movies end up out at Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, even his Halloween movies are at Christmas. So, you know, that tells you that he makes good, clean family movies that are just fun to watch. And of course, The Corpse Bride, Johnny Depp, he went back to the well again and brought Johnny Depp in. And of course, Catherine Bonham Carter, his wife, she's been in a ton of the movies with Johnny Depp, the Demon Barber, Sweeney Todd, of course, the Alice in Wonderland series, and any movie that came through the 90s and early 2000s that basically had those two in it for certain, if it was a Tim Burton movie. What else you got to say about Beetlejuice, babe?
I'd say go watch it.
Well, there you heard it, guys.
If you haven't watched it in a while.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it in a while, go back and give it a visit. Or if you're a younger person watching this video and you haven't never watched it, you owe it to yourself to go check out Beetlejuice. I don't think there's anybody that hasn't heard of Beetlejuice, either through the movie or the cartoon series. Now, keep in mind that during this week of Halloween, 4 videos will come out on Halloween Day, which will be Sunday. I'll be posting Rocking, Shocking October of Motos and Mayhem. It belongs to one writer-director. It'll be 4 of his movies. Comment, let me know, who do you think it's going to be? Is it going to be Wes Craven? Will it be John Carpenter? Could it be Tim Burton? Could Tim Burton come back to this list and on Halloween Day on T-Bone's Southern Ride? Who knows? You'll just have to tune in that day to see. And check out all these videos, guys. We've been doing this all the way back at the beginning of October. I started shooting T-Bone's Southern Ride videos for the Rocking, Shocking October of Motos and Mayhem. And hard to believe we're nearly into Halloween. And, you know, I've mentioned this in a couple of the other videos, but you'll have to watch the last video, Halloween Day on Sunday, which will be video 4 from this director, writer. It'll be his 4th video, Halloween Day. I'll have a big announcement about the future of T-Bone's Southern Ride at the end of that video. So if you can't catch them all because you're going to be busy that day, make sure you come back and check out video number 4 that I put out on Halloween Day, because I'm going to have a big announcement for T-Bone's Southern Ride, and you don't want to miss that. So I'll tell you what, guys, if R1 ain't got nothing else. Oh, and let me say this to the guy yesterday who told my wife she was still a baby doll. I agree with you 100%. You are not lying. So I can't be mad at you. You didn't tell a lie. You got anything else?
No, I think that covers it.
All right, guys. 1988's Beetlejuice. Check it out. Remember, guys, like, comment, share. If you're over on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And YouTube people, pay close attention to what's about to happen after we finish this Halloween series on the Rocking, Shocking October of Motos and Mayhem. She's R1, and I'm T-Bone, guys. Until the next time, this has been the Southern Ride.